sacrifices and your services to the country. Dahil po kung hindi po kayo nandyan, wala pong hearing na mangyayari ngayon. While we enjoy the air-conditioned room right now, our soldiers are fighting the threats to national security right now down there in Mindanao. So, once again po, maraming salamat sa inyong serbisyo. Gusto ko lang i-emphasize, Mr. Chairman, that I support the budget of the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Department of National Defense. Actually po, kulang pa po yung budget nila considering the threats that we are facing right now. My question, Mr. Chairman, will focus on the foundational issues, Mr. Chairman. I would like to ask our Chief of Staff, General Visayas, sir, for the purposes of, for the record, General Visayas, sir, may I know the mandate of the Armed Forces of the Philippines?
Sir, the mandate of the Armed Forces of the Philippines is to protect the Filipino people, secure the sovereignty of state and the integrity of our national territory.
Thank you, sir. I seen here in my reference the basis from the Constitution, the Article 2, Section 3 of the Constitution, which states a portion of it. The Armed Forces of the Philippines is the protector of the people and the state. Its goal is to secure the sovereignty of the state and the integrity of the national territory. And if I may state again, Section 7 of that article states that in its relations with other states, the paramount consideration shall be national sovereignty, territorial integrity, national interest, and the right to self-determination. And in relation to this, the national interest was mentioned. I understand that the primordial mandate, not only of the armed forces, but the government, is to protect our national interest. And I would like to ask if you agree with this, sir. According to one of the major 20th century figures in the study of international politics, Hans Morgenthau, it said that the meaning of national interest is survival, the protection of physical, political, and cultural identity against encroachment by other nation states. Do you agree with this, sir?
Yes, sir.
And under this discussion, there are two general classifications. We have the necessary or vital or primary components of national interest, and the other one is the non-vital components. So dalawa po, sir. Binanggit ko ito, sir, dahil we should be able to identify our national interest. And under the vital components of national interest, these are the interests that we cannot compromise. Do you agree with this, sir?
Yes, sir.
Under the vital components, it's divided into three: physical identity, political identity, and cultural identity. In the physical identity, we have the protection of our territorial integrity. And do you agree, sir, that our issues right now at West Philippine Sea, which includes the Panatag Shoal, falls under this category?
Yes, sir.
And the other one, Mr. Chair, is the political identity. One of our major or vital interests, the protection of our way of life. This is a democratic way of life. And in that, the armed forces will fight it out if our way of life will be altered or will be threatened. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
That means if our political identity will be threatened and will be replaced by other systems, just like communism, the armed forces will be there to protect the country. Thank you, sir. I mentioned the vital interest because a nation can even go to war if the vital interest of the country is compromised. Ito po yung red line po natin eh. And I think the country should be able to identify clearly what are the red lines in this country. What are the things that we cannot compromise? And that if that is compromised, the nation can even go to war. So may I ask again, sir, what are the red lines or the vital interests that the country can afford to go to war?
Just a gentle reminder, the 5 minutes are over.
Bilis
Please
naman.
proceed with the answer after the question.
Yes, sir. Insofar as territorial integrity is concerned, we have to ensure that our 12 nautical miles should be well secured. That is what our Commander-in-Chief is emphasizing, that our patrols, our security patrols will be more on the 12 nautical miles. That we cannot compromise.
Thank you, sir. I understand I have limited time, but I just want to clarify on this issue. And I will take the national interest to the next question. There are methods for securing our national interest. Do you agree, sir, that diplomacy is one of means of achieving or protecting our national interest?
Yes, sir. That's one, sir.
I mention this because we cannot isolate our country. We cannot offend just any country in the world. That is why diplomacy is very vital in securing our national interest. Secondly, do you agree also, sir, that in order to achieve our national interest, the methods by which we achieve it is through alliance and treaties?
Yes, sir.
Please wind up, Your Honor.
Thank you, the Chairman. I understand again I have limited time. I will just ask again later. What is your view on the issue of independent foreign policy, besides?
Well, I think, sir, my apology. I am not. I'm not expert in so far as foreign policy is concerned.
Thank you, sir. Because part of our foreign policy is defense policy, as we engage with threats outside of our country. So part of our foreign policy is defense policy. Now, lastly, Mr. Chairman.
Final
point.
question.
Yes. To my understanding, independent foreign policy is based on the achievement of our national interest. And we know that there are several methods in achieving our national interest. So when we say independent foreign policy is the achievement of our national interest, whether we align, whether we coalesce, we have, or to be under the strategy of other countries, as long as we achieve our national interest. Because the moment we do something not aligned to our national interest, that is not independent, that is dependent foreign policy. However, even if we subscribe to the strategy of other countries, as long as it will achieve our national interest, I believe that it is still independent foreign policy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.